My desire to go to law school actually comes from what I experienced as a child. Having to rely on my legal rights to an education and oftentimes being the one to demand that they be enforced. That made me think I could use the law to do something to help others.
In my case, I come from an undocumented community that has very legal resources, both to even be able to defend itself legally and politically. It is imperative that they have people that they can trust and that have their best interest in mind.
There's so much that needs to be done in terms of making sure that the protections we have on the books mean something in people's lives. And so I decided to be a lawyer for that reason. I want to create safe work environments for people from all communities.
That's why the Phoenix Fellowship is so important, because it really can provide opportunities for students like me who don't have other resources and who don't have the social networks to even imagine themselves in a school like this.
The Phoenix Fellowship was established in 1997 in a response to Proposition 209 that eliminated the possibility of using race-based considerations for admissions purposes in universities and also in employment.
And the Berkeley Law Foundation created the Phoenix Fellowship as a way to both create access for low-income students, for students of color, and for students who were committed to social justice.
I almost didn't come to law school because even though I got into my dream school, I was like, it's a lot of money to take on. And so getting the scholarship helped me for sure financially. And then it also really helped me have community, like knowing there were people of color from low-income working class backgrounds who wanted to do social justice, transformative work with the law was inspiring for me. So I think a sense of comfort and community was huge with the Phoenix Fellowship.
A lot of folks that I've worked with have been actually motivated by injustice that we've seen in our communities, the way that we've been subjected to gentrification and displacement in neighborhoods like the Mission District where my family once lived. So there's a lot of hunger and appetite to have access to the law, really using it as a tool to expand and protect opportunities and rights for communities of color, people who have historically been subject to the laws, but have rarely been in a position to create, apply, and enforce the laws.
Given the way that our system's currently operating, I think there's really a need to challenge the law, to push back on it, to really challenge racial, economic injustices. And I see the law being a potential tool for transformative change and using it to support communities who are doing grassroots organizing around a lot of these issues.
I think about the future of the Phoenix Fellowship. Ideally, I would like for the opportunities that it affords to incoming students to expand. That would really show that this is truly a value that the institution carries and that it reflects in the number of Phoenix Fellows that we have present in our halls.
Ideally, the fellowship would cover the full cost of law school tuition. I think that it's really expensive and it's a huge impediment to a lot of people like myself coming to law school, and so ideally it would be a lot more than the $9,500 and just, help students by covering the cost, knowing that they're going to be doing really good work that's giving back to their community afterwards.
So when people think about funding this fellowship, you should really think about not only that you're funding this one person, but you're funding somebody who will go back and give to the communities that need it the most in California.